Having scored 21 goals in 44 Serie A games for Napoli, Victor Osimhen has caught the eye of many other top teams. So with Mikel Arteta looking to strengthen his front line, are the Gunners eyeing up a move for the Nigerian international? What's William Saliba revealed about his Arsenal future? And how will Mikel Arteta line up going into Monday's massive game against Crystal Palace? Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Babs14. Welcome back to your boys channel, and the Premier League is finally back. I'm so excited. So if you guys share that excitement, make sure to go down there, smash a like on the video, and also do subscribe to the channel if you are new, because we are only 1,000 away from 80k. For that, all I can say is you guys are absolute legends. But let's get straight into that Arsenal news, and starting off with Victor Osimhen. Strikers and Arsenal Football Club, you guys know the story. Whether that's Alexander Isak, whether that's Jonathan David, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Darwin Núñez, we've been flying left, right and centre around Europe and discussed so many different strikers. But today let's go to Naples in Italy and let's talk Napoli's Nigerian international centre forward in Victor Osimhen. Because according to CBS Sports, Arsenal are extensively scouting Victor Osimhen as his striker search continues. I won't lie to you guys, Victor Osimhen is one of my standout striker targets for Arsenal this summer. You start off with the age profile at 23 years of age. This guy is now on the brink of entering the peak of his powers. A lot of our key players like your Ramsdales, your Ben White, your Gabriels, all players that are 22, 23 years of age. But not only does Osimhen suit the age profile, but also in terms of goal scoring ability. 21 league goals in 44 appearances in the Serie A. And it's worth noting that that is without taking a single penalty for Napoli. He has won 4 penalties for Napoli in the Serie A. So if he actually was to be the main penalty taker, that would start to inflate his goal record even more. Now, out of those 21 league goals, 11 have come in this season in just 20 league appearances. And in terms of non-penalty goals, Osimhen is up there with the best strikers in Europe on a consistent basis. He's a very aggressive and proactive striker in the box, averaging full shots per game, having a 17% conversion rate. He excels when it comes to finishing and putting the ball into the back of the net. He also stands at 6'1" tall and has a very decent turn of pace. And ever since this guy broke onto the scene at Lille in France, this guy screams a superstar striker in the making. And that is exactly why Napoli spent over £70 million to bring him to Naples, breaking their club transfer record. For an Arsenal team that needs the extra goal presence in the box, a player that has the ability to sniff out chances, signing a player like Victor Osimhen makes so much sense in so many different ways. But the most important part about a transfer here is going to be the reported price tag, which is going to be over 80 to 90 million euros. I mean, just think to yourselves, if Napoli spent over £70 million to bring him to Naples in the first place, the fact they have a very stubborn negotiator in Aurelio De Laurentiis as their president. De Laurentiis has a history of holding up for the money he wants, and if he doesn't get it, he's not going to sell the player. And the prime example of that is Kalidou Koulibaly. Financially, I think Arsenal can technically afford it, especially if we get into the Champions League. I can totally understand what Mikel Arteta sees in Victor Osimhen, but when you're spending that level of money, especially under Stan and Josh Kroenke, you need to be 110,000% sure that he is going to be that guy. I'm sure that a lot of Nigerian Arsenal fans who watch this guy play on a more consistent basis know a lot more than I do. So talk to me about Victor Osimhen down below in the comments. Is he that guy for Arsenal? And if Arsenal would spend £90 million on him, would you be happy with it? William Saliba, speaking to L'Equipe in an exclusive interview, says on Arsenal, they are often in contact with my agent. They send me messages. They watch my matches. The coach made his choices. That's life. I left on loan. I played matches, and thanks to my performances, I became an international. So William Saliba confirming there and there that Arteta and Arsenal remain in contact with the Mbappe and centre backs, and that's very important because some Arsenal fans like to think that Saliba and Arsenal are different parties and that these guys don't like each other, and Arteta and Saliba have massive issues. But as Arsenal and Mikel Arteta have always made clear to the media, they still like William Saliba and their long-term plan is still to bring him to Arsenal Football Club. Saliba says, what happened to me helped forge a mental toughness. You don't play just because you cost 30 million euros. I take it positively. Even if there are times when you ask yourself questions, for 6 months I saw that I was the only one in the group not to play. It hurts. This is what I love the most about William Saliba. Because in that first half of last season, it was absolutely awful for Arsenal Football Club in so many ways. We were sat 16th in the league, we were potentially fighting relegation, and then you also had his €30 million centre-back sat on the Arsenal reserves, having not got his move away on deadline day. But it's that mental toughness this guy shows on a consistent basis. A player that still might be 21 years of age, but shows levels of maturity. He seems like a player that takes any negative that comes his way and he turns it into a positive. And that has been illustrated during his time at Marseille. He's made a very few amount of mistakes, but every time he makes a mistake, he's always quick to take responsibility. And finally, Saliba says, I'm sure that I can't be on the bench at Arsenal and be happy. I want to play as a starter. Afterwards, if I come into the rotation as a substitute, it's not like staying with the under 23s and never being in the squad. So to all of the fans that do have fears that why would Saliba want to come back to Arsenal to play on the bench, he's literally saying here that I will come back and I'll be happy to be a part of the initial rotation. As long as he's not thrown with the Arsenal under 23s, he is happy to play a role in the squad at the start. And most definitely in the mid-term and long-term, he wants to be an Arsenal starter. But what do you guys make of these quotes coming from William Saliba, and are you now more confident and relaxed that Saliba will indeed come back to the Emirates Stadium? Moving on to Crystal Palace versus Arsenal. As The Rock would say, finally, the gargantuan institution that is Arsenal Football Club is back in action in the Premier League, as Arsenal will take on Patrick Vieira's Crystal Palace on Monday night. And Palace go into this game 6 games unbeaten, having won 4 of those games as well. In comparison, Arsenal have won 5 out of the last 6 games, with the only one defeat being against Liverpool. I won't lie to you guys, Crystal Palace are a team that has got me low-key worried, and that's because memories of the game at the Emirates Stadium come back to mind straight away. A game that Arsenal took the lead, Aubameyang scored a goal, but after that we sat back, we parked the bus, and at the Emirates Stadium where Arsenal have been imperious, Crystal Palace gave us a very good game. And if it wasn't for a 95th or 6th minute equaliser from Alexandre Lacazette, Patrick Vieira would have come to the Emirates and taken all 3 points. So make no mistake, going to their ground in Selhurst Park is never easy in the first place. They're going to start pressing a lot more, they're going to be extra aggressive, and they will indeed try to come at Arsenal Football Club. But in terms of the Crystal Palace team news, Wilfried Zaha is a massive doubt with a hamstring injury, and likewise Michael Olise, who has a foot injury, threat in transition, and also 1v1 specialist. Especially in Mr. Will of Zaha, he loves to play against Arsenal Football Club, so if he isn't available, it will be a massive boost for Arsenal Football Club. But in terms of the Arsenal team news, as Mikel Arteta says, Bukayo Saka is feeling good, whereas Aaron Ramsdale is still a doubt, and he is still not feeling great and hasn't trained yet. But on Takehiro Tomiyasu, he says, I think he'll be close, as he's been training more and more. But here is how I think Arsenal are going to line up. With Ramsdale in goal, a back four of Cedric Soares, Ben White, Gabriel and Kieran Tierney, a midfield three of Granit Xhaka, Thomas Partey and Martin Odegaard, and a front three of Emil Smith-Rowe, Alexandre Lacazette and Bukayo Saka. Apart from Bert Leno, it's the exact same team that started against Aston Villa, and the reason why I've not thrown Tomiyasu in yet is I'm still not sure how fit this guy really is. But talking about Cedric Soares, he hasn't been the worst of backup options, so I don't think Mikel Arteta is going to throw him out of the team if Tomiyasu is still not 110% fit. But also going into that front three, Emil Smith-Rowe or Gabriel Martinelli. Now I've personally gone for ESR because I think in a game like this you require a bit more balance going forwards, and on the left hand side when you have ESR, Tierney, there's a better combination there than Gabriel Martinelli. But I think in that final third though, Martinelli is more decisive and causes more issues at the same time, so this one can go either way. So my friends, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. What is your own personal Arsenal predicted lineups, and who should start out of Emil Smith-Rowe and Gabriel Martinelli? Patrick Vieira, speaking on the Arsenal progress under Arteta, says, I'm happy for him and I'm happy for Arsenal Football Club. Of course, there is a lot of love from Patrick Vieira towards Arsenal Football Club, but first and foremost, he's the manager of Crystal Palace. This guy will try and indeed hurt Arsenal if we give them the opportunity. And in that first game at the Emirates, what we saw was the importance of the midfield. Thomas Partey alongside Sambi Lokonga, that midfield partnership in terms of resoluteness doesn't even compare to Granit Xhaka and Thomas Partey. And it is that centre of the park where I think is going to be the key battles going into this game, where they've got Conor Gallagher, but we have Partey, Odegaard and Xhaka. So I'm a bit confident, but at the same time I'm wary of the threats they have. Are you guys confident that Arsenal can go to Selhurst Park, collect all 3 points and get a step closer, a massive step closer to Champions League football? As per my friends, let me know your matchup predictions down below in the comments. Okay, moving on to the other Arsenal news today, and starting off with my manager, our manager, Mr. Mikel Arteta, making the headlines for all of the positive reasons. As after 6 goals and 3 wins in the month of March, Mikel Arteta has been named the official Premier League Manager of the Month, winning his second Manager of the Month award so far this season. And that now means only 2 managers have won multiple Manager of the Month awards this season, Pep Guardiola and Mikel Arteta. And this is also the 4th time that an Arsenal manager has won the Manager of the Month award twice in the same season. with the last being Arsene Wenger in 2007-2008. Now you can argue whether he deserved to win it out of Thomas Tuchel or Jurgen Klopp, but you know what, as an Arsenal fan, I'm going to shamelessly take it. And interestingly, the post that Arsenal did to celebrate Arteta winning the award was actually liked by William Saliba. Now this isn't really any breaking news here, but if you were to believe the rumours that Saliba hates Mikel Arteta, then why is he out here liking photos of Arteta winning an award? That's all I'm saying, take it how you will. Kieran Tierney, according to Chris Whitley, Kieran Tierney has fully committed at the club and is set to rebuff interest from European giants including Real Madrid, saying, "I think the vision of the club and where it wants to go, the expectations of the club is where I want to be in football, and this is why I love KT so much. He's such a no-nonsense character. He don't care about the rumours. He's very good at denying these rumours and straight away reassuring Arsenal fans of his future at Arsenal Football Club." My question to you guys is, do you think that Kieran Tierney is worthy of being the next Arsenal captain? Moving on to the race for the Champions League, and starting off with Tottenham's manager Antonio Conte, who says Arsenal and Tottenham will need a miracle to finish above Manchester United. Isn't Antonio Conte meant to have this serial winner mentality? But I guess this is just the effect of working at Tottenham Hotspur. All the ambition and all that serial mentality goes just like that. But talking about the results themselves, first things first, Manchester United dropped 2 points at Old Trafford as they drew Leicester 1-1. And you also had a surprising 4-1 defeat for Chelsea at home to Brentford. And this is how it leaves the league table. United remain 6th place on 51 points, playing 30 games, 2 games more than Arsenal, yet still 3 points behind. And in terms of the gap to 3rd place, Chelsea are now 5 points clear, but if Arsenal were to win the game in hand, they would go 2 points behind 3rd place Chelsea. This next game against Crystal Palace essentially decides if Arsenal have an actual chance of making that 3rd place. Because if and only if Arsenal win that game, going 2 points behind Chelsea with the same games played, of course we still have to go to Stamford Bridge as well, but if we were to win that game, we could go above Chelsea and quite literally go into 3rd place. But on the other hand, if Arsenal fail to beat Crystal Palace and Tottenham win their game, depending on the goal difference, there's a chance that Arsenal could end the weekend in 5th place. So as always, let me know your thoughts on the battle for the top 4, and more importantly, talk to me about 3rd place Chelsea. As it stands, it's only a 5-point gap, so talk to me about yourselves, and do you have now serious belief that Arsenal can indeed achieve 3rd place? But that is the video there and there, so hopefully you guys have enjoyed it as always, and if you have, make sure to go down there and smash a like on the video, and also subscribe if you are new. If you would like to follow your boy on them social medias, then the links will be down below in the description. But that was all of the latest Arsenal news today, so I hope you guys have enjoyed and been informed as always. A massive game on Monday, it always is for Arsenal. But if we win, maybe, just maybe, 3rd place Chelsea isn't so out of reach. Anyways, I'll see you next time. Take care of yourselves, and in a bit.